Hey everyone, and welcome to this expansion call. My name is Kwok. I'm a one-star white diamond in your health, and today I really want to explain to you guys a little bit about our products, but also a little bit about my journey so far within the company. I've been, doing and building the business for about 4 years. So it's exciting times because we're looking to expand into the Europe region. So this call will give you a little bit more information about that. So let's get straight into it. So right now, currently, the main countries that we're in at the moment, that we have a sort of a customer base and a business promoter base, is Sweden, Switzerland, and the UK. Every other country is basically untouched, and even in those three countries that I mentioned, it's very, very small still. So the opportunity to expand with our products and also the business opportunity is unbelievable, and I wanted to explain to you the possibilities of what could happen just through my story, okay? So just to show you guys that the Europe area is really untouched, okay? So with every great business, you need to have great products. Now, I'm a person that really, I can't really promote something that I don't truly believe in. And hands down, I've been using the supplements for over 4 years, and I've used them every single day since I started, and they've helped me with my health, and I experienced a difference with my digestive system and energy and so forth. But also, just launched about 2 to 3 months ago is our 100% organic essential oil line. And at first, I was kind of, I didn't know really what the oils are about. But once I started experiencing the health benefits from these oils, it really drew and grew my belief about how many people we can impact with these products in a health sense, okay? So understanding that, I'm very passionate about how the products can help a lot of people. This is some of the results of the supplements in the 8-week challenge. So you can see a lot of body transformations and people using the products. And actually, the winners of the 8-week challenge get up to $1,000 worth of free products as well from the company. And these are some testimonials of people using the oils. The oils basically have a whole range of different health benefits that people can experience. I want to give you guys a little bit more information later on, but this is just to show you some results that our products are getting from people, okay? But just talk to the person, they can explain a little bit more about the product in detail. So there's a movement happening right now. I want you guys to understand that if you know anyone who wants better health, okay, and do you know anyone who wants to make a second income? If you do, that means you have an opportunity to do this business, okay? Right now, I believe that health is really expanding and a lot of people are health conscious. And also, I believe a lot of people are looking for another way to develop another income, just to pay the bills, save up for a house or holiday and so forth. So a lot of people are looking at these two options. So that's what our business presents. Great products to help people with health and a business platform to help them develop another income. So I want to share a little bit of my story so you get to understand my journey so far. Basically, my parents worked on the farms. They came and fled the war to Australia for, a better life with, with all the stuff they went through over in Vietnam. They couldn't really speak the language properly, so all they could get was, physical laboring work. So, I watched them work hard my whole life, long hours, early mornings, and basically they were made a lot of sacrifices for me. This is my first car that my mum gave me. So this is actually her car that she was driving, and she gave that car to me. So my parents made a lot of sacrifices for me. This is my second car that my mum bought for me. It costed $27,000, and at that point they were earning probably about $500 a week. So to make a lot of sacrifice for me, I kind of felt like I was in a position to, do something to give back to them, but I didn't sort of know how. So they really encouraged me to go to university, but I couldn't get in uni because my OP scores were quite low. So I had to go to TAFE. So I spent 2 years in TAFE, and then eventually got into university. And basically, I graduated after 4 years. But at that time, the economy was going so bad, and I couldn't find a job for about 6 to 8 months. And once I eventually found a job, it was in a sort of like a tennis center canteen area, basically selling ice creams and lollies to kids. So it sort of wasn't the path that I pictured when I started my studies. So I kind of took a different route. I looked into something else I was passionate about, which is health and fitness, and I became a personal trainer. And I love that job because it helped people with their health, and I love being in an environment where I can help people. But for me, when I looked at the long term, it was giving a lot of my time to. I was training a lot of my time for money, and also the pay was very inconsistent. So I was just looking for another way to sort of make something and build something on the side. And my good friend basically showed me the products that you guys just saw. So I went to one of my first presentations, and at that presentation, I was like, okay, cool. I like the products. Awesome. There's an opportunity to make a little bit of extra income as well. So I basically got started. That was my first presentation I ever went to. But at that point, I wasn't really good at speaking in front of people. I was very shy and really didn't know too much about business. So I basically struggled for the first 6 to 8 months because I was very a shy person. I didn't really want to put myself out there talking to people, or I didn't know how to present or anything like that. But eventually, through the help of the people in the company, I started to travel around the place to really experience what the world has to offer. But most importantly, I got to spend time with the team. And at this event in Las Vegas, I basically got so much clarity of where I was going, so much clarity of where the company was going, and all these people who were so positive and motivated, that it really drove me and gave me belief. So I went back to Australia, and I started to really put myself out there a little bit more. At first, it was very uncomfortable, but I got better through the support of the people. And eventually, I got my luxury car from the company. So I want to show you my first 2 cars. Remember, those 2 cars that my parents bought for me. And to be able to get that car that I have now is basically through hard work, but the opportunity that the company presented to me, and also a lot of support from the people in the business as well. So I'm very grateful for the position I'm in. Now I want to teach other people how they can do it as well. So not only that, financially the company has given me opportunities, but for me on a personal level, it's given me belief, the ability to help people, friendship, freedom, travel, and self-confidence in myself. And now I just want to pass that forward because it's changed my life so much. I want to give other people the opportunity to do the same as well. And I want to support and teach them as well. So this is my first ever launch in Brisbane. Okay. And this was my first ever presentation. We had 11 people and 8 empty chairs. I show this image because a lot of people say, Kwok was good from the start and all that stuff, and he was always good at presenting, so forth. But it was pretty hard at the start for me because I didn't know how to talk to people or present or anything like that. And when we did presentations like this, not many people came. I didn't really know how to use a PowerPoint. I didn't really know how to set up a venue. So I was kind of struggling pretty bad at that time, But 3.5, 4 years later, we built it to a level where we put 800 people in the room, okay? So the reason why I want to show you these comparisons is right now you're going to find yourself in the left-hand side there, right? Where not many people come, you're going to be maybe a little bit disheartened and so forth, but I want to tell you guys that you got to keep pushing through because eventually it can happen for you. You just got to believe in yourself, and the best part is I'm going to teach you everything that I know to really help you create that in the Europe region, okay? So a really great incentive here is the luxury car bonus as well. So this is a program that the company has. They basically give you $600 per month to a luxury car that you get a BMW, Mercedes, or Audis, okay? So it's up to your decision. But the most important thing here, guys, is you must help your team grow in order for you to get to even this position, okay? So that's just an incentive that the company has. It has many more incentives, but that's just one of them. And that's the team there, and one of our bigger events, over 1,000 people there. So again, we want to do the same thing for you guys in the European region, okay? So a really great person I want to just touch base on, and this really sort of changed it for me when I first heard about Robert Kiyosaki, is the concept of, in his book, was the cash flow quadrant, okay? This guy, he's worth $80 million. He's sold over 26 million books, copies of this book. He's a best-selling author, owns about 1,400 units, investor in oil and mining as well. So this guy knows a little bit about business. And he basically talks about this cash flow quadrant. Now, briefly, I'll explain to you because when I first saw this, I knew that I had to do something different. So on the left-hand side, you can see employee and self-employed, right? So over the left-hand side, they do something that a lot of people do, 95% of people do, is trade time for money. So let's say you're an employee, you give your boss 8 hours, and your boss pays you 8 hours worth of income. See, what you're giving there away is more time. You're giving your 8 hours of time away to someone else. And if you keep doing that, you never can get more time in your life. So that's why a lot of people are stuck and they don't know how to cross to the other side. Self-employed is the same thing. I was self-employed personal trainer. I had my own business, but I had to train clients. I had to go in physically and train the clients. If I didn't do that, I wouldn't make income. So, and then the other side, the right-hand side, this is where only 5% of people are, and it's because not many people know about it, and also the 95% of the wealth lies on the right-hand side. So, business owner is defined by Forbes as 500 employees, and basically they own a system, and they have a system of people working for them. So, imagine if you open a business and you had 500 people working for you, and each of those people had they were working 8 hours each. So that's a lot of time that you're leveraging. So that's why business owners have that time freedom. And investors, they make money work for them. So they invest in certain stocks and so forth, and they make their money work for them. Okay? So the biggest thing is you want to be on the right-hand side because that's where the time freedom, the stability, plenty of money and freedom is all at, right? So a lot of people want to get over there, but it's quite difficult because an investor, I mean, there's a lot of risk there and it does take a lot of capital. And a business owner, I mean, if you wanted to open a business with 500 people, I mean, that's going to cost a lot of money. With network marketing, you literally can buy some products and business membership, okay, that has your own admin and everything on it, okay? And you have a business. So for example, I got started with some products and I bought the business, which was like 50, 60 bucks or something like that. Okay. And I bought some products. I bought like $1,000 worth of products. Why? Because I wanted to try the products myself and I wanted to sample out the products for people. So basically I started my business for $1,000 and now we have a team of 800 people. You can see how that works. So my initial investment was $1,000 and now have a team of 800 people. So that's a big business, guys. So that's why I love network marketing so much because it lets you go over to the right-hand side with very little risk. And also, you don't have to know everything about business. You can learn as you earn. Okay, so that's the cash flow quadrant. I just want to touch base with that because I really connected to that and I knew that I had to make a shift. So this is some industries and stats about the industry, So right now, our industry is worth $178 billion industry. As you can see, all the other industries there. NFL, $9.5 billion. Music industry, $15 billion. Video gaming, $76 billion, and so forth, right? The network marketing industry, not many people know about it, but it is a big industry, okay? And also, written books about the next revolution that's happening, which is the health and wellness industry. And also a combination of health and wellness, but also the network marketing industry. So there will be 10 million new millionaires creating their wellness and network marketing industry. So here at Your Health, we combine both. We combine network marketing, but also our product is in health and wellness. So we're combining two massive trends for people to really create a massive opportunity for a lot of people out there, okay? So this is just some of the top earners globally, not from our company, from the industry of network marketing. Yes, there's no typo there. Some people earn 7 figures a month, okay? So in this industry, it's very lucrative. But the most important thing, guys, you cannot earn money if you do not help people. And that's what I love about it. The principle of helping another person. And when you help someone else, your business grows. And if you do not help anyone, your business doesn't grow, right? So I love network marketing because it's all about helping each other. So just to touch base with my mentors, and these two guys have been with me from the start and they've taught me everything. They basically pioneered Australia. So the reason why I want to share their story is because you get their help as well. So a lot of countries are untouched in the European area. So explaining Marco and Dave's story is really going to give you more inspiration and belief that it is possible for you to do it. Okay, so this is where Marco lives at the moment in Melbourne. He's been in the company for about 4.5, 5 years. He's the second highest earner in Your Health Australia. This picture just shows he's paid for his parents to go on a trip back to their home country. He's bought his parents a new vehicle. He's got himself a nice car there as well, and also he's invested in other business opportunities as well, just from doing Your Health and really building a business and an income from this to let him do other options like that. So that's Marco's story. This is Dave's story. Dave is the top earner in Your Health Australia. So before Dave started in December 2011, you can see the car he was driving back then. This guy was fired from 13 different jobs, $20,000 in debt, and it's quite difficult for him to get ahead. So at that point, he met Dan, who is one of the top earners in America, and Dan showed him Your Health. And at that time, Dave, he didn't really have the skills and the mindset to really create success, but Dave worked on it. And he kept working on himself, and eventually he created a bit of success. In 2012, he got his Mercedes. And then in 2013, he got his Ferrari, and then he hit 3-star white diamond. He's an author of the New Era of Network Marketing as well. He's on the Founders Council. That's his bonus for being on the Founders Council. And also in 2015, he purchased his luxury mansion in the Gold Coast. Okay, so he did all this, guys, in 4 years. So he pioneered Australia. I'm showing you this not to brag about Dave. I'm just sharing his story because whoever's listening right now, this could be you. Okay? If you really find the belief in yourself that you can do it and then work with us as a team, it can really help change your life and impact a lot of people's lives as well. Okay? So the next step, pretty simple. The person who sent you this link, they're going to contact you and see what you like the best. Could be the products, could be the business. You let them know what you like best, okay? So if you want to just use the products, great. Experience the health benefits from the products. If you want to use the products but also team up with us and expand Europe, let's do it together. I mean, the Europe area is untouched, so there's a lot of opportunities there. And if it's not for you, that's okay as well. Just let us know if there's anyone that you know that would like to team up with us. So that's pretty much it for me for this webinar, guys. I look forward to hearing from you and really expanding into the Europe area. Okay? Talk to you guys soon. Bye for now.